Hello and welcome back to another episode of Internal Rambles. This is your girl Rachelle. If you are new, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you for tuning back in. Internal Rambles is a very eclectic podcast. I talk about everything from my life, career, trending entertainment topics, and honestly, whatever I want to talk about because this is my podcast. Now, I do have bonus content that I release. There is no set schedule for those bonus episodes. They release whenever I am able to record and post them. My bonus content could be my reality show recaps. I'm currently recapping Married at First Sight Nashville and Ready to Love Miami. I also have a segment that I do with my close friend, and it's just giving another perspective on things, a male perspective on things, and that's why it is called The Male Perspective with G.O. I also currently have an unconventional book club. We take about 2 months to read a book. And that is Read with Rachelle. We are currently reading the memoir of Fat Joe, the Book of Jose. So if you want to read with Rachelle, please do so. We are going to discuss that book on March 16th. There are some other different things that I do here, but that's kind of just to give you just a little snippet, a little little taste of the very eclectic hodgepodge, smorgasbord things that happen over here at this podcast. My mind races. I'm super random and I offer a lot of different content. I hope that you will subscribe and enjoy it all. And speaking of subscribing, you can reach me pretty much anywhere that you get your podcast content. I also release my audio over on YouTube. You can search for me by typing in Internal Rambles, no space, all one word, and I will pop up. You can interact with me over there. You can you can comment, you can whatever. Over there, that's one way to interact with this podcast. If you have any show ideas or I have done some relationship content, you can email me internalrambles@yahoo.com and I will answer your relationship questions. It'd be a lot that we do over here. I appreciate all of you. So my Thursdays episodes, I begin those with either Rachelle's raves, something that I'm really positive about, I'm really optimistic about, I'm really happy about, or Rachelle's rants, something that's getting on your girl's nerves and frustrated, agitated about. Today I have again another rave, and so let's get into it. Okay, so I mentioned once upon a time, I don't always fully remember, and I'm going to keep saying this. It's going to be a thing. I don't remember what I say and when I say it or whatever. But I have mentioned that January and February was a very busy month for me. I had a lot going on, and so I'm winding down the tail end of the busyness. I would say by the end of this weekend, I don't have anything planned definitively until a couple months from now, but I just know life be happening. And I mentioned also kind of the way that my life has been working pandemic wise since the pandemic has kind of waned a little bit. I'm busy for a month or two, and then there's nothing, and then it revs up, and then there's so I think I'm about to go into my calm schedule phase, and then I'm sure it'll rev back up. That's been the pattern. So anyways, I had a really busy January into February. I had a lot of stuff going on, but I mentioned I don't leave my house unless I really have to, but that's not totally true. There have been events and gatherings and all these things that I've had to do. So once I mentioned for years, I had a very difficult schedule. I missed a lot of events and stuff. And I've actually this week will mark a year that I've been on a normal schedule in about 8 to 9 years. And the people in my life are taking advantage of that because I've missed just like family gatherings and just, the like major important stuff. I've been there for the most part, but people knew like if you want Rachelle to be there, you better invite her 2 to 3 months in advance. That's just how it was with my work schedule. But nonetheless, I've had a really nice couple of like a nice month and a half. Like my previous episode, okay, 2023, like the year has been, coming in nicely, not all positive. Literally had food poisoning, so that took me down for a few days, but it is what it is. Life happens. But I've had some really, well, I've been busy, and I know that, like, honestly, being sick just put me behind the 8 ball even more. But nonetheless, I've had some really nice times and just really enjoyed myself. It's just like I hibernate so much, but I've enjoyed myself as well. So that's just like my rave. It's just being able to enjoy myself, even though I know I don't venture out very often, but I've had some really nice experiences. I've been super busy. It's winding down. I have some things that I need to do. I have not been able to do personally, professionally. I have to sit down and just plan it out and get it scheduled and just work on it. So I have been busy. I have enjoyed myself, but I also need to take that time and just be kind of not complacent, but just still to get some other stuff done, because I do have some stuff that I need to do that will kind of help set up later on in the year. So yeah, but just my rave is just like I've just really had a nice time. I've enjoyed myself, and I'm gonna get more specifically into what I've enjoyed myself with. But yeah, just life is important. I know, like, we have so many obligations, and just take time out for yourself, whatever that may mean. If that means like just going like to your favorite coffee shop you haven't been to in 2 months and get your favorite coffee, doing a little day trip, whatever you need to do for you. It's just that self-care piece is just, and I took days off randomly, and I'm so glad, because it ended up like I didn't know I was going to be so busy that weekend. It just ended up like I actually needed that time. So really just self-care and enjoying yourself. And I don't do extravagant things, like what may not be extravagant for other people, but I be enjoying myself, child. So that's it. That's my little rave. So I just want to get into, I had mentioned like there was something coming up and I was nervous about it. So and I have a story. Like, this is gonna be like Rachelle's random stories, because I'm telling you, the weirdest stuff happened to me. So if you know me, if you don't, my all-time favorite singers of all time is Jodeci. I saw them last year, and then I saw them again recently, like within this last month and a half. And so I had so much, like, I kind of got to a point where I was like, I've seen Casey and JoJo. I've actually literally met Casey and JoJo. But I got to a point where I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to see Jodeci. And then they was back full force, tour, new edition last year. Saw them all four. It was literally JoJo, Devontae, Dalvin, Casey. So then this other show popped up, but I was like, ooh. I was nervous about it because our area gets really crazy weather, and I was like, child, I'll get these tickets and won't even be able to see them because I won't be able to get to the venue. It was not local to me. It was not in my city. Child, the weather was fine. I had just the most best carefree, like when you can just have, when you know you're with someone that's like literally like me and my sister, like, hello. we, like my sister and I, usually a lot of times when I go to concerts, like the last few, like I'm usually the one driving, and my sister drove. She was like, what you need, like, do you need to stop anywhere? I actually did need to stop somewhere, but we just had like just the most. And I've been to this establishment before, and I'm like, I don't like, the hotel was so nice. I'm like, I've been here. Did they upgrade? I've stayed here before. It was just like seamless, seamless. We ordered food. Normally, I was surprised my sister wanted to order food, but it helped out. We had such a good time. Now, here's the thing. I'm in tune with Jodeci. I know. So when I saw Jodeci last year, it was all for members. I told my sister, she was like, oh, Devontae. I was like, Devontae probably not going to be there. I already told her. So the thing about Devontae is he has a fear of flying. He don't, unless they're on like a legitimate, like 30 city tour, he not going to be there. These spot dates, he not going to be there. And Dalvin has mentioned it, whatever. So I knew Devontae was not there. It was all three. It was JoJo, Casey, and Dalvin. I knew Devontae was not going to be there. When they were on an actual tour last year, they toured with New Edition. Devontae made all of those, and he was recently with them in Arizona, like maybe 2-3 weeks, because that's close to California. Devontae does not fly. I don't know if that's a new thing. It's not a new thing. But it's a recent year, like years. I don't know, back in the day, like 95, if he used to fly, but that's not a new thing. Devontae is not getting on nobody's plane. So I knew, but I had already seen all four last year. I was, and my sister loves KC. Long as she could see KC, she was not checking for Devontae. We had great seats. The venue was great. The hotel was great. Now, this is where Rachelle's random stories come in. So the hotel, like, we went to the concert, whatever, we come back, and my sister does not gamble. And I do gamble, but I knew, I was like, I'm not going to be able to hit the slots in the way that I typically hit the slots, because she didn't say anything, but I'm very cognizant of people. When I go to casino, I'll be there for hours. My sister did not want, she didn't say this to me, but I was like, I can't, unless I'm really like hitting big. She's not going to be in this casino for hours. So I did hit some slots. I wasn't really fond of their slots, but okay, long story short, in between the concert, after the concert, and us going to the slots, we was like, yo, we gotta change. So we was like, we gotta put some comfortable clothes on, like change our shoes. I literally changed like my whole outfit. I was like, man, I'm about to hit these slots. Why did we get locked out of the bathroom in our own hotel room? I don't even know how to explain this, because it's I've never experienced this. So, we're in the hotel room, and my sister, like, she was like, let me check out when we got to the room, she's like, let me check. So she checked out the room. I was just putting myself down. So she checked out all the crevices of the room, and she was like, girl, do you know that bathroom door closes on its own? I was like, what does that mean? And so I went in. I can't really, there's a term, I think, maybe for these type of doors, but literally when it closed, it's super kind of scary. It closed on its own. Like, you don't have to do anything. You just go in it. And I was like, oh, that's probably going to be a problem. But we were like, okay, it closed on its own. When we came back from the concert to just like change our clothes and then go to the casino, like, let's be comfortable. But I went to the bathroom, and then I came out, and then I don't know why I want to go back in, maybe to check my face or who knows. And I was like, sister, I can't open this door. She was like, girl, stop. I was like, no. I was not in the bathroom. I was on the outside. We was locked out. I was like, try this. We are locked out of the bathroom. Why in the WTF were we locked out of the bathroom from the outside? And there was no locking mechanism in this bathroom. So I'm like, what locked? I only just like pulled the lever down. What locked this darn bathroom? It was super scary. I was like, and she kept saying like, this door closes by itself. What is it? And I was like, I was trying to like disregard. I was like, why is this door closing? We locked ourselves out of the bathroom on the outside. We weren't in the bathroom. I wasn't in the bathroom. We got locked out of the bathroom. So I had to call the front desk. And I don't know if you know me. I'm so goofy. And yeah, I might have had a beverage or two. I was like, hey, we're locked out of shit with the bathroom. I couldn't even get the sentence out. And they were like, okay, we're going to send somebody out. Like, I think she understood. I couldn't even get the sentence out. This is like, how do you get locked out of the bathroom and you're on the outside? There's no there's no locking mechanism. Bruh, them bathrooms are faulty. So the maintenance guy comes. He's like, hey, I heard you got locked out of the bathroom. It's like, I'm glad you're here to save us. Cause yeah. He's like, oh, well, it happens. And I'm like, why does this happen? There's no lock in the inside or the out. Like I didn't touch anything but go inside. There's something faulty with the bathroom. Now here's the thing. In the bathroom, I've never seen this before. There's a phone in the bathroom. Why is there a phone in the bathroom? Probably because people be getting locked out. There's something wrong with them doors. Bruh. So probably so someone can call 911 for help, because people probably get locked in the bathroom, outside the bathroom. How do you get? So he just used his little like screw, and he was like, oh, "Okay, you guys are fine." And I was like, how the F do you get locked out the bathroom from the outside? There's no one in there. There's no when you're inside the bathroom, there's no like lever or like lock or like no push thing to like lock you in the bathroom. What the F is up with these doors? And I am not claustrophobic, but I have a thing about being in, because I've had situations in my life. I don't like being on elevators. I'm like, if I would have been locked in that bathroom, I don't know. I'd probably been okay, but I would have had a moment. So anyways, other than that, I was like, we got locked out. Okay. Is anyone concerned? I'm concerned. I'm sorry. But anyways, the hotel was super nice. I'm like, how do you lock yourself? Okay. Internal rambles. I'm still trying to process that. That was super crazy. Like, how you get locked outside the bathroom and there's no lock? There's nothing that you push. But I enjoyed myself. So let's get to Jodeci. I'm sorry. Y'all gonna be on a ride with me. Have you ever met meeting her? You gonna be on an internal rambles ride with me. So, oh man. I was texting everybody. I was sending them Jodeci gifts. I don't care. Hey, you gonna about to get these gifts. They were so great. And they sounded a KC. Oh, Lord. And when I saw them the first time last year, they did not sing. My all-time favorite Jodeci song is Cry For You. And I was ready to like literally tear up and cry, like, or get emotional. They did not sing my song. But this time, they sung Cry For You, and I did not cry, but I definitely got emotional. I definitely teared up. I definitely had, the hand to the chest, having a moment. I mean, as someone who loves music, if you're not new here, you would probably get that point. But also, like, if you know me, you would know. But also, when you see your favorite artist, it's just, man, And Jodeci, they're all in their 50s. They're all 51 and or 53. There was a time where it just like you didn't know if you would ever see Jodeci again. And so they're good, they're happy, they're healthy. Casey has had significant health issues, and he's sounding great. They're looking great. I mean, I'm just so appreciative. I'm just so appreciative of the moment because I really honestly kind of got to the point where I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to see Jodeci. And Casey, I don't know if I mentioned this, he talked about how like a lot of people hate on them and say negative things about them, but he's like, God got us, and it's just they're doing what they need to do, and who knows? I mean, I know that they are signed, they are supposed to do an album, but who knows? I mean, just we have to respect the legends. So many of our legendary artists are passing away. It's just like, give them their flowers, and just people in general, right? Like, no day is promised. I'm just so appreciative. I had so much fun. I was dancing. I was surprised. I was like, oh, your knees gonna be. But it just like, I just enjoyed myself. It was such a fun time. So that was that. And then something happened kind of recently. I like to do brunch. And there was a place in my hometown that they were like notorious for like brunches. Like that was one of the spots. And then they closed. They sold their restaurant to like a builder for like this other company to be built there. And I was so sad because that was the place that I went to go have brunch. And I was just like, man, I was thinking to myself, it's so random. I was like, oh man, I really would just love to just have like a nice brunch. I'm really weird on breakfast foods. Like I don't eat waffles and like pancakes. It depends. But just like the experience of like brunch, you have your drinks and you have your conversation. And so someone in my life was like, are you off this day? And I'm like, yeah. Oh, okay, I'm going to have a brunch. And I was like, oh. And it was so nice. It was very quaint, which I like because I don't like being around people, still. And it was just, and this person still, I never told them. I was like, I probably should tell them, like, I have been wanting to go to a, but that was just like a nice invitation and like a nice introduction going back to like brunches. And just it was so we ate good, we drank good, we played games, the conversation was good. Like it was just a nice atmosphere. So I've had like I had some other stuff going on, and like I said, super busy, super busy, but like good stuff, other than food poisoning. It's been pretty cool. You gotta rock, you gotta roll with life, So that's that. And life has calmed down after this week. This week is busy. But after this week, I don't have anything planned for maybe a few months. I don't even know. Like, honestly, well, there's something tentatively planned 2 months from now. Wait, what's today? Like, let's just say 2 months. I don't know. But I'm hoping to have a little bit of a breather because I have some stuff that I really need to work on. So, yeah. So that's that. That's been what happened. That's been what's happening in my life. Just being around good people. I'm telling you, I keep my circle small. That's been a thing for quite some time. But when you're around people that really are like kind and support you and love you for and accept you for who you are, that's just, because that hasn't always been the case in my life. I'm not changing. Your girl gonna be 40 this year. I am who I am and I love me. I'm not perfect. There's things I know I need to work on. There's some things I do work on, some things you just gonna have to take that. But I am me, I love me first and foremost. So it's just like, bleh, and that's it. So yeah, that's that. That's my little personal aspect of the podcast. So let's move. I don't know how I'm gonna quickly go into this. So obviously, like Super Bowl, Rihanna, she's pregnant. Okay, I was really looking forward to her performance, and it was a good performance. It wasn't like, it was good. Rihanna, she's pregnant, and so she definitely, you could see that she was trying to get the most energy as possible, but you could tell like it was limited. She's pregnant. Okay. She did what she needed to do. The only thing I will say is I know that she didn't have any guests. Jay-Z popping out somewhere, I think that would have really took the cake. Because when you think about it, like last year, it was Dre, Snoop, Eminem, and Mary J. And then no one knew 50 was going to pop out. And 50 popped out. Like, I think I understand, like, maybe you want to hold your own. But I think there's something about sharing the stage because, some of the great performances, it's like, Coldplay brought out Beyonce and blah, blah, blah. There's something to say about, like, the guests that, I don't know. I would have, especially because she's not performing at 100%. She's with child. She did great, but I think that energy would have been. But congratulations to her, and we ain't getting no new music or album anytime soon, and it's a milestone for her. I mean, Rihanna's just an incredible force. Like, she has always paved her own career and done it her way. And this is not the first time that they've asked her to do a Super Bowl. It's just the time that she agreed to do it. So kudos to her. All the best to her. Safe, pregnancy and delivery to her. And that's that. She did it, I will say that people were like, oh, who should be next? Who should be next? So Rock Nation, what is Rock Nation? What do they consider? Like, is Rock Nation like a manager company? Or let me see if I can figure out what the heck they consider Rock Nation. Honestly, I'm ready for Rock Nation is a full-service entertainment company inclusive of artists and athlete management. It's a management company, label, publishing, touring, film, TV, and new ventures. Okay, there we go. So Rock Nation was responsible for last Super Bowl, getting, Dre and them. And so they're responsible also for Rihanna. So I'm like, yo, Jay, what's up? What's good? What's happening? I'm just looking at who's under Rock Nation. It's interesting. So, but yeah, I mean, I would say I would want, people are like, who should be like the next, Super Bowl. And honestly, I would love to see Jay-Z. I mean, his company is the one that's been doing, but I don't know if he's waiting or, I also think that they can't keep having like, this is gross term, but urban artists, they don't have to, okay. There was another artist I had that I said I wanted to see, and I don't remember who it was. There was somebody else, and I can't remember who I was thinking that I would like to do the Super Bowl. Well, if it comes to mind, I'll share it, but Jay-Z for sure. But one of the cool kind of facts that, I don't know if people know, like, the halftime shows was really started due to the Wayans brothers in Living Color, because so prior, the Super Bowl halftime shows would be like marching bands and like no one would care, like who cares about that. But then one year Fox decided to have like a special In Living Color episode during halftime, and the Super Bowl was on CBS, so people tuned into the In Living Color special, and I don't know if they were doing skits and performances. I'm just going to imagine they were doing both. And the ratings were super high. And actually, during that Super Bowl, after the halftime, the ratings for Super Bowl actually decreased. And so they got in their mind, like, maybe we should be doing this halftime thing. Like, this should actually be like a thing, you know. And so after the In Living Color special, the next year, that's when Michael Jackson had the first Super Bowl concert type of a thing. So the Wayans brothers and In Living Color were the ones that really spearheaded the halftime show. Okay, happy Black History Month. Happy Black Excellence. Did y'all know that? It's going around social media. You may have seen it, but I didn't know that. I feel like, no, I don't know if I heard that. But kudos to the Wayans and In Living Color for being instrumental in what we now know as the Super Bowl halftime show. So, I mean, the Wayans brothers, we all know. I mean, I do think that they get their flowers, but they have been so pivotal in so many things. I mean, I was just thinking, like, there really are like no comedy families, like, or like actor families like this. Like, you have like Keenan Ivory and Damon Wayans and Sean and Marlon. Oh my god. And like, there's people behind the scenes that we may not even know about. But like, even Craig Wayans, who is on the Daddy Issues podcast, like, he's written on shows. Like, they are just like super incredible powerhouses of creators and comedians and writers and directors, but they have been just so instrumental in so many things. And when you think about it, like, okay, so In Living Color, right? Okay, really quickly. So if Dave Chappelle, like Chappelle's show, that was very reminiscent of In Living Color, because In Living Color had the skits and Dave Chappelle had skits. So In Living Color had music guests. So did Dave Chappelle. So, you gotta just pay homage to where homage is due. So kudos to the Wayans family for that. I'm just trying to say. But Billboard released their top 13 best Super Bowl halftime shows. And so I've been talking about this, like how these magazines or whoever make these lists. And, some people get really upset about it. Usually I don't fully agree. And I'm going to be on par with this again. So they had so Billboard released their top 13 best Super Bowl halftime shows. And so let me tell you where I initially didn't agree. So they had Michael Jackson at number 10. And I'm like, yo, old boy started, not to call him old boy, the king of pop started the halftime. He's the king of pop. Who is topping Michael Jackson? Like, are y'all alright? Who was not excited to see MJ, if you were alive at that time and like of age, doing the halftime show? So definitely I definitely think MJ should be in the top 5, if not even the top 3. They had Lady Gaga at number 8. Are y'all alright? That's how I know y'all are tripping. They had Beyonce number 6. I mean, I don't have no bone to pick with that. They had Dr. Dre and Friends, which was Dr. Dre, Snoop, Mary J, Eminem, and 50. Did I miss anyone? Hope not. At number 3. That was an exciting performance. I'm not mad at that. Definitely top 5. And then number 1 was Prince. I will say Prince, I'm not mad at Prince being number 1. He's definitely top 3. That was an incredible performance. Michael Jackson should not be number 10. Okay. They had Janet Jackson. I just put my phone down. I think they had her at number 12. And they pointed out, and I love this, that, the whole Nipplegate. Let me see where they had. I believe it was number 12. the whole Nipplegate thing and how like Janet got so much backlash for that, but Justin was like the innocent bystander. Yeah, they did have them at number 12. He was just like the innocent, like she took the brunt of whatever they thought was wrong, and even some of the stuff like didn't even come to fruition, and it's just like they did Janet dirty. That's it. She had an amazing performance. She is an amazing performer. I've literally, my first concert ever, hello, was Janet Velvet Rope Tour. They did her dirty. That's it. That's the statement. So that's it. So that's all I'm gonna say about Super Bowl. Congratulations to the Chiefs. I don't watch sports, so I okay, I don't. But also Rihanna, and that's it. That's Super Bowl 2023. All right, I think that's it for this episode. I feel like this is like a really quick episode. I don't even know. I do not have I do have a show recommendation, but I haven't watched this first season episode. As you all know, I love cooking shows, and the first episode of season 2 of Next Level Chef with Gordon Ramsay started, I think, was it during Super Bowl? I don't even know. It's out, so I haven't watched it yet. It's awesome, I'm sure. I love my cooking shows. My mother has me watching the show. Like, she loves these like murder mysteries, and I like it because she likes it. Like, I would watch it with her. My attention span is so short. I'm like, I watched it when I got home, but it's just like I fell asleep on it, not because the show is bad, because my attention span is piss poor. So I really want to, because this show has like 87 million seasons, so I may have another show. I just have to really like super watch it. And there's like a lot of shows, not a lot of shows, there's a few shows, cooking shows, just shows coming up. People are getting in there like, okay, it's after the year. I don't know what they call it. It's not fall season, but I think there's a term for it, and people are coming up with their new seasons. The last season of Million Little Things is coming out, and I am behind a little bit of a season, or I don't think they did a half season. That I love that show. I did not. I'm behind a few seasons. I'm sad that they're ending, but I understand it because I kind of feel like, how long would they go with this show? There's some twists and turns. I'm like, y'all playing with me right now. But it's such a good thing. So check out Million Little Things. I'm behind some episodes. I gotta catch up, but this show is ending. This is their last season, so that's that. Any other show? I still need to watch that movie. What's it called? You People? I don't know. It's been mixed reviews for that with Eddie Murphy and Lauren London, etc., etc. I haven't watched it yet, so I'm gonna watch it and then give my honest review on it. So I thought the preview looked good. I'll have to watch it and then just give my point of view on it. So that is on to that. So we have to do song recommendations. I gotta give a Rihanna recommendation, right? She's the Super Bowl. Here's the thing. This is a biased. I ain't going through my favorite. When I think of like my Rihanna song, that's like, I can't say this is like one of my top favorite Rihanna songs. I can't say it's my all-time favorite, but what I will say is this. This song stays on multiple playlists. So I don't know. I don't know what you want to do with this. I wish she would have done a video for this song. I know why she did not do. I have a feeling why she did not do a video for this. But this is not my all-time favorite Rihanna song, but it stays on. I have a playlist of R&B songs, and It literally is like some of my all-time favorite. I don't get tired of these songs. The only Rihanna song on that playlist is this one, and that's that Love. Come on now. Her and Future. That's that song. Love. Song from Rihanna, and the album was Unapologetic, and it was released in 2012. I'm just, when it come on, I'm just like, oh baby, I'm not trying to, baby, you can, won't, babe, come on. I can't play it, they'll strike me down. You can give me what I want, baby. They was in that bag. Come home and you. Nope. We ain't gonna do this. Oh baby, I'm not asking for the world, maybe. You can give me what I want, baby. Come on, Rihanna, what y'all doing to me now? Yes, sirski. I do have, but I will say that one stays on a playlist. And then, let me tell you something. Mary J was nominated for a Grammys this year. She did not win. But this darn song has been doing something to me. It's on that playlist. I'm saying that it don't change. Like, this is the all-time favorite songs. I don't put like Jodeci on these, but I have a playlist that's just like, it just keeps building, and they're like my all-time favorite songs. This song by MJB from my Life album has just been like hitting a note with me, and it's I Never Want to Live Without You. I'm not gonna talk about it. It's just a moment that she, me, being her is having. Okay, and it just it just takes me to a place. Okay, so that's I've been giving. I'm trying to help. I love all y'all. I'm helping y'all playlists. This is the stuff that I be listening to. Oldies but goodies, and I do give y'all new stuff too. So the songs of the podcast is Love, okay, Rihanna and Future, and then also Never Want to Live Without You, Mary J. Blige. Listen, I appreciate all of you. Thank you for tuning in. Oh man. I'm proud of myself because I've been busy, but I'm getting these episodes out to y'all. I appreciate all of y'all. Subscribe to me so you get this content immediately. Also, tell your loved ones about your girl so they can get this content also. Subscribe to me, and if you're on YouTube, leave me some comments, some thoughts, whatever. Internal Rambles, no space, one word. Search me and you'll find me. I appreciate all y'all. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Happy Black History Month. We'll keep pressing it. Black History is every day, but this is Black History Month. I love all y'all. Until next episode, this is your girl Rachelle. Take care of yourself, and if you're able to, take care of each other, and I'll talk to y'all soon.